Hi guys, I'm Dr. Cammock, co-founder of My PediaHeart Care Partner. Today we are at Vetri Community Partnership. They're located in Spring Garden, but in a particular area called West Poplar. All right, we're gonna get started now. We're here with Maddie. Can you tell me a little bit about what you do here and what got you started?
Sure. So my name is Maddie Booth. I'm the CEO of Vetri Community Partnership. We're a nonprofit that was founded in 2008 by Chef Mark Vetri and restaurateur Jeff Benjamin. And we were founded really based on their knowledge and skill with hospitality and cooking. What we do is provide nutrition education through cooking in schools and community centers, and here in our teaching kitchen. And what got us started is really just trying to share the love of nutritious food, and saying, really promoting that nutritious and delicious food are kind of the same thing. So we find so much joy in cooking and eating together, and we love to share that with folks in the classroom, in our teaching kitchen, or out in the community.
Oh, that's wonderful. And I see today we have some wonderful ingredients we're going to be working with. Can you tell me a little bit about what we're doing?
Sure. So one of the things that we found over the years is that when people participate in building a recipe, they're so much more likely to try it, and they're really more likely to like it. And we're not in the business of trying to make everybody like everything, but we want people to be really students of cooking and eating with ingredients that maybe they're familiar with, maybe they're unfamiliar with, but maybe put in different ways that they've never experienced. So today we're actually making a chickpea and carrot salad. It's a salad that doesn't really have any leafy greens underneath it, but in it we're going to have a lot of herbs, and it's really nutrient dense. It has a lot of delicious flavors in it, and we have found that kids, adults, folks who traditionally don't love the flavor or texture of beans really tend to enjoy this, and it's a nice entry point for folks who are trying to engage in more fruits, vegetables, and whole grains and enjoy them, right? We want people to taste this and maybe say, I could replicate this, I could do this again, because in order for nutritious foods to be a sustainable source for people, they have to like it.
Absolutely.
Right? If you ate something for the first time and it was just not your cup of tea, what would make you repeat that again? So we're trying to make sure that there's an accessible entry point for folks with ingredients that maybe they can grab from their pantry, that are long lasting and taste really good. That's ultimately the goal. So today we're making a chickpea and carrot salad. We're going to build everything in this bowl. We have a lot of things pre-measured, but know that if you build this at home, you may not have as many dishes as we have, which is a good thing. We want to reduce the burden and the obstacles of cooking at home.
Yes.
Because we do understand that there are some things related to it that can be challenging for folks. So in this bowl, we're going to measure the ingredients for kind of the dressing that's going to go on this.
Okay.
So would you be willing to measure 3 tablespoons of the olive oil right into this bowl? And while you do that, I'm going to juice a lemon that we will then also put into the bowl. All right, so we've got 3 tablespoons of olive oil. We're going to put in this lemon that is incredibly challenging to juice. We're going to add that garlic clove that I minced, if you don't mind. That was one of the biggest garlic cloves I've ever seen in my life. Straight in.
Okay.
It's one of the biggest garlic cloves I've ever seen. So this may be garlicky, but that's okay. We're going to go right in with our lemon juice. That was supposed to be roughly 2 tablespoons. We'll say yes.
Okay.
It's about 1 lemon. So in this bowl, we have our olive oil, our lemon juice, and our minced garlic. To this, we're going to add our spices. So we're going to have cumin, smoked paprika, cayenne, salt, and black pepper that we'll add in now. These are pre-measured, and you can find the recipe on our website. So if you want to start pouring those in, and we'll kind of stir that, whisk that together. And now we are adding some salt to this. I want to note that one of the benefits of this recipe, particularly for heart health and the way that we talk about heart health, is that we use sodium in our food, and a lot of sodium exists naturally in foods, but everything that we do, we put through nutritional guidelines, like testing, and we actually follow a set of guidelines that keeps everything low sodium.
Good.
So we use low sodium beans, and then we rinse them, which does reduce the sodium. And then we are really mindful of what ingredients we can use that enhance flavor, like spices, like acid, so that we are not going to be missing that in this dish. Okay. So do you want to whisk that together for me?
Absolutely.
All right, so this is going to be the flavor that really coats the rest of the ingredients. And then we're simply going to build the salad from here. So we've got our carrots and our chickpeas, and then we've got a lot of herbs. So if you want to go ahead and stir those in. All right, coat that in. I'm going to add in a little bit of parsley and a lot of cilantro. But again, you can change this to your preferences. That's one of the benefits of cooking at home, in my opinion, is that you always get to kind of add, subtract, alter, and maybe find something that you weren't particularly sure that you liked.
Love that we're using chickpeas here. Besides
Tell me about chickpeas.
one of my favorite peas or beans to use, it's loaded with good nutrients, and it's wonderful for your heart health. It actually has been shown to help reduce your cholesterol levels and your blood pressure. So it is a wonderful dish, loaded with protein, and I use it, I would say, as an ingredient at least once a week.
Have they invented smell-o-vision
great.
yet? So I also love chickpeas. I always say that if I have a can of chickpeas in my pantry, I know that I have a meal.
Yes.
I have the basis of a meal.
I would love for my patients to be able to connect with you and this wonderful place. How can they do it?
So on our website, we love hosting folks from any neighborhood, any community, and we love cooking and eating with our neighbors. So on our website, at the top of the website, you can select classes and events, and you can join us for any of the open to the public events. So we have community cooking nights on every other Tuesday. We have community cooking for seniors.
Oh, wonderful.
Obviously, pediatric is maybe a little bit different, but maybe there's a senior in the house who would love to come.
Oftentimes they come together. Yeah.
Oftentimes they come together. So the classes in the evening are multi-generational. We love to welcome folks to those. And we're building more and more opportunities to bring more folks from the community into our kitchen. So we would love to have you here. Again, this is just such a great place, I think, where we remove some of the risk of purchasing or selecting ingredients that maybe someone in your house wouldn't love, because now they're engaged in the processes of actually cooking together, and maybe not with their, loved ones or people that live in their house with them. Maybe they're cooking with another neighbor.
Right.
And so they're learning more, and there's an exchange that's happening there that makes it an even richer experience. We like to talk about joy as a nutrient, or I should say I like to talk about joy as a nutrient. And there's a lot of joy in this kitchen when people are cooking and eating and exchanging ideas. So come cook and eat with us in this teaching kitchen. We would love to have you. All are welcome.
This is going to be good. There's no ingredient in here that I don't love. So
I love that.
let's taste it.
I would love to. Okay. In our classrooms, we like to say that we turn classrooms into kitchens and kitchens into classrooms. So one of the things that we also encourage folks to do is to taste it and try not to really react to influence other people. Right. Think about it. Why do you like it? What tastes good about it? What is happening for you where this is an enjoyable experience? Because then if you are maybe not loving it, so maybe you're a sideways thumb, we ask for thumbs up, sideways thumb, or thumbs down. Oftentimes people are somewhere in the middle there. And if it's not,
Okay.
and if it's not all the way up, like thumbs up, what would you alter about it and why? So what food describing words would you use to describe this?
Tangy, garlicky, crunchy.
Crunchy.
Yeah. The carrots, I think.
Yeah, I love that. And so if people, don't care for those flavor profiles, right? This might not be the right dish for them. That's okay. We are not trying to force everyone to love everything. That is boring. That's not what life is like. We want to make sure that folks have access to DASH diet friendly, thoughtful dishes that they also love. And that's, I think, what we're able to offer here. The world of fruits, vegetables, and whole grains is incredibly expansive. It's a really exciting place to hang out. And so we want to welcome folks to that in our teaching kitchen.
I love that. And I love your passion about it. Okay, guys, it's been great hanging out here at Vetri Community Partnership. If you want to learn more, join a cooking class, just go online, go to vetricommunity.org and sign up.
Whisk is a very hard word for me to say. Bean, haters, I didn't want to say hate because beans are the best.
They are.
The
I
best. So
agree.
look what we just threw together.
That looks great.